All right, met some viewers. You guys want to say hello? Hey! Hey. I've showed you behind the scenes here. I've shown you opening weekend. And although I've been here several times since, based on recent poll results on my channel, many of you said that you wanted me to return once again, but this time to bring you along as well. And also, there are a lot of great suggestions on things you'd like me to see and or do, and I actually made a list, and I'm gonna do my best to complete that list today for all of you watching this video. And although it is a gloomy day, that's not gonna stop us from having some fun. So I invite you to come along with me as we spend an end of summer day here at America's largest free admission amusement park, better known as Knoebels. One of the gift shops I want to show you is directly across from the Impulse. It's also the rental shop here. And inside here you can find a few unique things, some collector's items, and some other things that are also useful as well. If you're a fan of the Haunted Mansion, I always come here and check to see what they have.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
I do own that one right there. This textured lid one, 50th anniversary one here too, with all the characters, the oven monster, the vulture, the house itself. You can also get a ticket mug, and I asked, no, you can't redeem the mug for a ride, even though there are ride tickets on there. Some shot glasses, characters, Cosmo and Dexter, and you can even get a 1,000-piece puzzle of the Haunted Mansion and even a little building block set. 727 pieces. I honestly would love to have that, but I don't have the patience or skill to put that together. It's going to be time consuming, but it's only $22, so it'd be a great collector's piece for the Haunted Mansion lovers like myself, and also to put it in my JPVille train display. Some big mugs right here as well. Patches, some name plaques, postcards, and of course some clothing options as well. And aside from that, they do have drinks and snacks and everyday goods, some toys, and some other things that'll make sure you're complete for the day, including rain ponchos and of course rentals of strollers and mobility carts as well. And of course, Knoebels is home to the Giant Wheel. And it's not just a clever name, it's also the largest Ferris wheel in Pennsylvania. One of the updates that people have been waiting for is the update of the Power Surge, which is normally located right here, directly across from Balloon Race and right next to the Alamo. This ride was in operation last year for the 2023 season, but it didn't operate 100% fully functional. The arm stopped rotating, so they ended up removing the ride and bought a brand new ride, custom made, especially made for Knoebels. Now the ride that used to be here was a temporary portable ride like a carnival would use. The new one they have is actually a permanent fixed model. So they're creating a whole new foundation and base for it, new wiring, new everything. It's going to be its permanent home here. And although it was supposed to be here and set up for the 2024 season, the ride is on property. It's out near the parking lot, near the pavilions, but they are still working on the foundation area. So small chance we may see it for Hollow Fun Nights. Better chance we'll see it for opening day of the 2025 season. First things first, we need to get our ride pass right here at Guest Services. We got our photo card for our action camera here, which means we could do some onboard footage. Now I just have to head over and get my wristband, and then we can start doing some rides. The question is, what are we going to ride first? I don't know. That's yet to be determined. Famous covered bridge. Let's see if my name is still on the planks of wood. I have it in more than one location. Right there. JPVideos, 98th season. And I do have it one other place, I believe. Let's see if I remember where it is. I think it's the last plank over here on the right. Yes, and also it's tagged by RJ, 7D Productions, Adam and Winnie, and Nick's Crossing, all friends of mine. So good to see. No one crossed over it or put something over it. But this is always fun to do when you come here opening weekend. Sign your name somewhere and commemorate the brand new season here at Knoebels. All right, got my wristband. We are ready to have some fun. This wristband covers all rides except for one, and that's the first ride that we're doing. Can you guess what it is? None other than the famous Haunted Mansion. My favorite dark ride ever, one of my favorite rides here at Knoebels. And last year in 2023, it celebrated its 50th anniversary. It was built in 1973. It's been a classic, iconic dark ride ever since. It's won numerous awards. And also a quick hello to the woman who came up to me near the giant birthday cake who said hello. She says she loves the videos. So I just want to say it's great to meet you. Hope you enjoy this video as well. Right now, let's get on board and go inside the dark and creepy Haunted Mansion.
Here we go, enjoy your stay.
Where's all the guests? They must have got lost inside the Haunted Mansion. Hopefully we're not one of them. Now, those of you not aware, there's actually a photo opportunity during the ride. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but most of you probably already know. And all you have to do is go over here to the Haunted Hearse, get your picture number, and go to either the Flume, Impulse, or Twister photo area, and they can print it out in prints or keychains or magnets, and you can really see what it's like to have a commemorative Haunted Mansion photo. And mine is right there, number 4887. Just screaming, waving. I know exactly where it gets taken, and if you do too, they either may catch you off guard or you could just pose for the photo like that. That ride never gets old. Every time I come to the park, I have to ride it, usually at least twice, if not more. Now, just up here in front of the mansion, we actually walked by it, but I wanted to give you an official update on it. It is a ride that has been down the entire season due to a refurbishment, and that is the classic ride, the Paratrooper. Just want to show you what it looks like as of today here, end of August, end of summer of 2024. As you can see, the ride is still down. It's basically just the base and foundation of it here. They did put a brand new decking around it. It is freshly painted, gorgeous teal color. The arm there is covered up where the center pin is, where the ride does sit onto it and rotate. So the ride vehicles and everything else that belongs to this is also undergoing refurbishment. It was expected to be open later on this season. Obviously, that's not the case at the moment. And what I'd like to say is that things that you may not see are going on behind the scenes. So although it looks like nothing's taking place here, there is behind the scenes work taking place on some of the rides, including this one. So although you don't see the progress being made, progress is being made, and you just have to be patient. When it is ready and testing is complete, it will be open once again. I'm about 70% confident this ride will be back up and running for Hollow Fun Nights. If not, those you could look forward to it for the 2025 season. All right, met some viewers. You guys want to say hello?
Hey!
Where are you guys from?
We are from Royersford.
Okay, and what's your favorite ride here?
Favorite rides?
Twister?
Twister, what's your favorite ride?
Cosmotron. Phoenix? All right. Well, you guys have a great time.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
One ride that was highly suggested for me to ride, although I'm not going to ride it, they said, okay, just film it at least. The Tilt-A-Whirl. Classic ride here, not only at Knoebels, but other parks and also traveling carnivals. This one, though, I love. This actually underwent refurbishment just a few years ago. They gave it a brand new paint job, and it looked brand new for the debut. It's still holding up quite well. I absolutely love the blue metal flake little cars that you sit in on bright sunny days. Really pops, really striking, but I'm not gonna be riding it, but I'll just give you a little bit of footage of the Tilt-A-Whirl. I never rode this, never plan on it. They have to take some strong persuading for me to do that. Although I do know people love it, I just don't think you ought to have a good time on it. One place I want to mention that I'm not going to show in video because I want you to actually go there for yourself is the Anthracite Mining Museum right here. So inside, not only is it a mining museum, it's also a history museum of the park. So you can learn about the history of the park as to where it started from, rides that used to be here. There's a great timeline back there. Also some merchandise you could buy for the ride next door. None other than the Black Diamond, the coal-themed coal region dark ride / indoor coaster, which was originally called the Golden Nugget. It came from Maury's Pier in New Jersey, I believe. But this is gonna be our next ride here. This is included with your wristband, so hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll get first seat and get a great view. probably said it before, but I just want to reiterate again that the Black Diamond here is one of the perfect rides for this park. It encompasses everything that PA has to offer. History, coal mining, abandoned towns, thrills, fun. It just has it all. It's a great ride. And one of the employees there actually recognized me. I was talking to her a bit, and she goes, I'm so glad that you actually show this ride in your videos, because it's a ride that doesn't get shown often enough, not only because it's very dark, but you also have to have the ride pass to be able to do so. They don't allow you to film with just your smartphone. So it's my pleasure to film that and to also ride it and enjoy it. But now we have a ride that just opened mid-season, and it's gonna be my first time riding it for the 2024 season, and it's directly ahead of me here. Those of you who are familiar with this park know what it is. That is none other than the giant log flume. This underwent a full refurbishment, and although it's not gonna look much different, it's basically a brand new ride. And I did show some pictures when it was under refurbishment where this was completely dry. They had all the boats sitting up here, and they had some cranes and some crewmen working on the lift hills and drop hills. But it is open and ready to go. So I figured, why not ride it? We're gonna be riding solo, and all of you along as well. Hopefully we can all fit. And although it's a cooler day, this is a great ride just for the thrill of the hills, the light splashes, and of course, right here, the two water geysers for number 1 and 2. Normally I come with like a $5 bill at the change maker here, get $5 worth of quarters, and I unload fury on people coming by, especially when it's a full boat like that. Since it's a cooler day today, I think I will show a little bit of mercy and just do $1 worth of geyser blast. And the way it works is you get your quarter and you put it right here in your slot. You want to hold it there with your thumb or your finger, and you want to wait until it gets 1 to 2 boat lengths in front of the number that you're shooting from. So for number 1, I would drop it right now. The water would shoot on them. Same thing for number 2. If you get you and a friend to work in unison, you can really soak guests. So we're gonna get $1 worth of quarters, get some guests a little bit wet, and then we'll get on board and get wet ourselves. I've even talked about and teased about bringing my own lawn chair and getting a bucket full of quarters and just spending an afternoon here just soaking guests. It's so much fun, even more so when they actually get angry and give you a nasty look. To me, it's like, what do you get angry about? You're on a water ride. You're gonna get wet. I'm just helping you get more wet to really get your money's worth on this ride. So it's not super busy right now. We're gonna wait for either a full boat of kids or adults, but at least 3 people to 4 people get my money's worth as we shoot off geyser number 1. You'll be able to see the timing of it and see what it does. All right, I'm gonna go against my word. We got a couple coming right here. I'm gonna get them. Perfect. Especially if there's a wind gust too, and you time it with the wind, it gets them even more. All right, I haven't seen any boats at 3 or 4, so we're gonna try this one here. Sometimes people don't even know where it's coming from. And we got one more boat at 3 coming here. I had no idea it's coming. That is honestly too much fun. All right, we are in our boat, riding solo in the front seat. And it's gonna be some cold water, but that's okay. We're here to have fun. And I guess I deserve a little bit of payback for after soaking those guests as well. We'll see if anyone's gonna man the geysers and get us ourselves. Using my action camera since my other camera is not waterproof. And I would keep you mounted here, but with the cushion in front, I don't think you're gonna see a whole lot. So I'm gonna do my best to try to keep you guys handheld. We're gonna drop it, and so are they. Here we go, first drop. All right, that's how I remember it. Through the cave, around the bend, and daylight at the end. And just coincidentally, that rhymed. So everything that you see here is all brand new for this season. But what we're riding in is just a wave of water, so you can't really tell the difference, but a lot of work was put in. Oh, there's a big leak here. It's dripping down from above. It's cold for sure. All right, we're okay this time. Just some onlookers, nobody manning the stations. All right, guys, here we go. That water's cool and refreshing. And you can tell by my glasses and my shirt got just a little bit wet. Well, I'm not soaked, but I am pretty wet. Got to get the glasses dried off. I do know, based on personal experience, that if you go with a group of people in the boat, say 3 to 4 people, you're going to get more speed, more momentum, and a bit more wet. Got the glasses dried off, but the rest of me needs to dry off. And I know the best way to do that, and we're doing that right now. It's time to ride what is ranked the best wooden coaster in America, the Phoenix. I'm gonna wait for the front row. Maybe a lengthy wait, but we're gonna do it, and I'll see you when we're on that lift hill. You guys are ready. Make sure you put your hands up. Through the crown, down we go. Oh boy. Good news is I'm dried off. Bad news, I'm riding this after I recently sustained an injury on a previous video, and my chest is a little bit sore. That aggravated it a little bit. I also feel like I went to the chiropractor, cracked a few bones in the back, but that was a lot of fun. Another ride that is undergoing assembly is located right by the Phoenix. That's because the Phoenix and this ride call Texas home. This is known as the Rocco plane. These are the ride capsules right here. It is similar looking to a Ferris wheel, but a completely different ride. And this ride did operate once already here at Knoebels. in the 2023 season during Hollow Fun Nights. It operated temporarily where the Power Surge normally is. They did build a temporary platform, and they had it operating for a select few nights. And there's a couple unique things about this ride. Number one, obviously its look, its style, it's very old school. One of the main things about this is that it's not a modern technology ride, meaning that there's no hydraulics, no modern electronics or components that operate this ride. Everything that controls this ride is right there. An electric motor, pulleys, and cables. That's what makes this ride operate, and very special and unique from others. Also, the manufacturer of this ride also manufactured another ride here at Knoebels, which I'm going to show you in just a little bit. But that company, if I'm not mistaken, specializes in aircraft. So to know that an aircraft company made rides, old school rides, is also kind of special and unique. And this is also where the Cub cars used to be. I'll show you over here, there is an old sign. I shouldn't say old sign, but sign from where the ride was here. So the Cub cars were little battery-powered go-karts for youngsters, for toddlers, pretty much. And they had a little paved track right here, and it's been ripped up. And they said that it's put on the shelf, it's not gone permanently, but it'll be back sometime in the future. But this is going to be located in a great area here. I believe they're going to put a lighting package on it, if I'm not mistaken, which would be great to kind of illuminate the trees and the coaster running in the background and the antique cars running right behind it. So Rocco plane is coming along. Looks like they have some ongoing work as we speak right here. And looks like it should be maybe up and running for Hollow Fun Nights, which would be great. It'd be like a one-year follow-up in its new permanent home. So I mentioned that Irely Manufacturing that built the Rocco plane also built another ride in the park. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you a few seconds to guess. 3, 2, 1. So the second ride built by the Irely Aircraft Company is the Satellite. Another classic old school ride, more commonly known as the Salt and Pepper Shakers, but as you watch, you'll see this one's a bit different. It actually turns on a horizontal plane, goes completely level, although the capsules do twist. The whole armature does go completely right across in a straight line. Really unique. I've never seen Salt and Pepper Shakers do that. I have ridden Salt and Pepper Shakers before. I did not enjoy it, so I won't ever be riding these ones. So these ones are a bit different. And again, to know the history behind it, it's an old school ride made by a company that built aircraft components. This is one of the many crazy things you see here at Knoebels. That's a first for me. I've seen dogs, I've seen cats, and now we got chickens. Having fun works up an appetite. I think it's time for some lunch, even though it's past lunchtime. So I'm gonna get something that I got on opening day that wasn't prepared quite right. It's still enjoyable, but I have had it since in my other visits prior to today, and it was done the way it should be. Okay, nixed that idea. Fortunately, the patio grill is closed, but the item I was gonna get was the buffalo chicken fries, which are new for this season. But if you're here and the stand's open, I highly recommend trying them out. They are fantastic. Okay, plan B. I'm gonna get something else that I also enjoy here, but I haven't had it in a couple of years, and it's just up here next to the Oasis. I'm gonna get the buffalo chicken fries. As we saw, the stand's closed, so I opted for a mashed potato bowl. It's a bowl filled with mashed potatoes, obviously, corn, gravy, and popcorn chicken. I've had this for the first time a few years ago, and it was fantastic. It's almost like a home-cooked meal all in one, like all your favorite stuff, because I love chicken, corn, potatoes, and gravy, so can't go wrong with this. And you get a little bit of everything on here. Oh, a little bit hot, but extremely good. See how we're doing on our list so far. Looks like we got quite a few things done. The one thing I'm not doing though is the twister. I was going to do that today, the coaster. But with my injury that I mentioned, that coaster is way too rough. It'll do more harm than good. So we got the Phoenix done. That's 1 out of 2 wooden coasters. But we have a lot more things to do, including not only some on-ride footage, but a few more things to show, including update on the Bayern Curve. We got a few more rides to do, another gift shop, and a couple other things. So a lot more fun to come still. The next ride update is a ride that people have been anticipating since 2023. And it is the unique ride called the Bayern Curve. It's a combination of like a bobsled slash coaster type ride. It's a circular curved track, and it's like bobsled capsules linked up in like a coaster train, and it goes around at a high rate of speed. And the faster it goes, the more picture this being the ride capsule going around the turn. The faster it goes, the more it tilts towards the inside. So you're almost going completely against the track. A lot of gravity, a lot of downward force. It's also going to be the fastest ride here at the park, capable of speeds up to 70 miles an hour. They said they won't be running it that fast, but they're going to run it as fast as safely possible. Right now, the current fastest ride is the Impulse steel coaster, but once this does open, it will be the fastest ride at Knoebels. Now again, this is behind on assembly. They did take 2 Bayern curves to make one functioning one, but progress has been made. For the longest time, there was a gap in the track missing right around here, which they did complete, so it's one complete track now. They also did build a platform around it on the inside and outside, and you can see they're starting to install the framing for the backdrop that's going to go around it. These have usually a winter or alpine type backdrop for these, as well as a LED package, and some of them even have like a siren or a horn that goes off when it reaches top speed. I don't see this being ready for any time this season. If we're lucky, we may see testing during Hollow Fun Nights, but most likely won't be open for riding until the season of 2025. But regardless, however long the wait is, it's going to be worth it, because just keep in mind, another ride that took years to open up was the Flying Turns. Although completion was done at one time, it took several years for testing and other things to get through and approved until it actually opened to the public, and now it's one of the best rides here. So however long it does take, it will be worth the wait. But this is how Bayern Curve looks here, Labor Day weekend 2024. Now, if the giant log flume that we rode doesn't get you wet enough, don't worry. Knoebels has you covered. Just come over to the front of the park near the giant Ferris wheel, and you can ride the skloosh. Guaranteed to get you soaked. And after riding it, you could be like those people up there, stand on the bridge and get hit with a tidal wave. I do have a tip for you if you are thinking about riding this. There's 2 what I feel is appropriate times to ride this ride. Number 1 is either right when you get to the park, make it one of the first rides of your day. That way you have throughout the day to dry off on other rides. If you don't want to do that, make it one of your last rides, as long as you have a change of clothes at your car, where you could change out into dry clothes and go home in comfort. If you do ride it multiple times throughout the day, or ride it midday, or you don't have a change of clothes, just be prepared to be soaking wet, as if you're standing outside in a torrential downpour. Another way you can cool off too without having to ride the skloosh is stand here in front of the wall. It's what I call the splash zone. You can find it just by finding the wet area pavement here. You stand here, you're gonna get pretty wet. And I'm gonna leave you guys rolling right here on my action camera, and you can experience it yourself. As you can see, it gets soaking wet, as is everyone else on the boat. Time to get away from the busy section of the park and to gain some elevation on the scenic Skyway. Another one of my favorite rides here. And fun fact for you, if you didn't know, this actually came from a ski resort in Vermont. This was responsible for taking skiers and snowboarders to the top of the mountain. And Knoebels purchased it, brought it here, and they put it on their mountainside. And it's a fantastic ride. I'm so glad they brought this in here. I'll give you a shot of that view on the way down, but I just want to take a moment to talk to you guys. First off, if you are here watching right now, I do want to thank you for doing so. You guys, the viewers, are the main reason I am making this video, because as I mentioned in my intro, I've already been here multiple times since the videos I made at the beginning of the season. I don't know which visit this is. This is probably, excuse me, either number 5 or 6, I think. And sometimes I come just to get something to eat, sometimes I come to do a couple of rides, sometimes I come just to take some pictures. But regardless, I enjoy coming here. And today is another one of those days where you just feel like you have almost a park to yourself. It's steady, but it's not busy. Today is a Friday. Today is, I believe, the 30th of August. So a lot of schools are already back. Obviously the weekend will be busy for Labor Day weekend, but lines are pretty nice. The Phoenix was the longest line, and I think I waited 15-20 minutes at the most. Nearly everything else we're able to walk right on or just wait for one ride cycle to go through. This has just been an enjoyable time so far though. I do want to get some ice cream before we leave, and I'm probably going to get some potato cakes to take home because the park offers some of my favorite potato cakes I've ever had. I also do hope that you're enjoying them, kind of going off a list that you guys suggested, things that you wanted to see or you want me to do. And like I said, we're working through it. I'm going to try my best to get through all of them. And as long as we don't run out of time, I think I will be able to do so and even add on a few bonus things I don't normally film or show or do. So this is a win-win. A win for you, a win for me, because I'm at my favorite park. I get to do some of my favorite things, and you guys get to see things that you want to see, want me to do. So just wanted to take that moment to talk to you and say thank you for your support, for voting, for commenting, and just being a part of my community and following along on my adventures. It truly means a lot. Well, we reached the top, we reached the summit, we spin around on cue and head back down. I've said it before, I'll say it again, this right here is the whole reason for riding the scenic Skyway. This incredible view. Other parks have chairlifts and sky rides, but none that offer a view like this. If you come at night when they have later evening hours or during Hall of Fun nights, it looks that much better. But you get to see a nice overview, everything from the twister, the pool, which is empty today, no surprise, the drop tower, which I forget the name of that one. Behind the trees is going to be the Phoenix. Then in front of us here we do have the giant wheel, Ferris wheel, Impulse, Skloosh, Galleon, Downdraft, Balloon Race, and a few other things hiding behind the trees. And there's the Phoenix right there. Cresting the lift hill as we speak. And there we go with the drop tower rising up. I rode that one time and it was not a fun experience. It was on video though. I think it was during 2019 maybe. I think it was a 2019 meetup event I held here, and the twister's going by as well. Yeah, I'm not a fan of drop towers. Some of you may be wondering, hey, if you're afraid of heights, how are you on a chairlift up so high? Because I grew up skiing. I skied most of my younger life up until I'd say my late teens to around 20 years old, so I'm used to riding chairlifts. That's why I'm not afraid of being on them. I actually do enjoy them. I find them to be incredibly peaceful and relaxing. And that's pretty much the only exception I have for being up high, is to know that I have comfort and that these are safe and reliable and also relaxing at the same time. Another classic ride here that I enjoy riding from time to time is the Whipper. This is the giant whip, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this ride came from another amusement park called Croups Glen in Hunlock Creek. If I'm not mistaken, I think this ride was purchased from there by Knoebels, refurbished, and has been a classic ever since. Trip at Knoebels is not complete unless we take a ride on the Pioneer train. Riding on the green one today. I believe there's two running. Green one and the red one. The F unit is right there under the shed. Probably my favorite one. Under the water slides and through the heart of the twister. Definitely the rougher of the two wooden coasters here today. On a previous trip here when I wasn't filming a video, I was riding this probably around the same time as today, right around 3, 4 o'clock. And there was a mother deer and a couple fawns back here. Don't see much of anything today. Oh, 1 or 2 squirrels. I don't see that famous black squirrel anywhere, which sometimes is elusive, but come the right time and you're lucky, catch that family of deer. It's a nice sight.
Weather will affect the
Got Tarzan behind me. Knoebels Crystal Pool. Construction began fall 1925. Opened July 4th, 1926. Filter system added 1933. Holds 900,000 gallons of refreshing mountain stream water and pool is essentially the same size and shape as when it opened in 1926. And believe it or not, there are a few brave souls in the water today. And I say brave souls because not only is it only around 70 degrees and overcast, but this water is cold even on scorching hot days. Since it is mountain stream water, it doesn't get very warm. So I can only imagine how cold it is today. But it's not stopping people from enjoying it. Popular ride today, the Flyer. Got quite the line. I've heard from people that ride this saying that although other parks have this ride, this one is the best. I guess you get the most height out of it or something. And I know my friend RJ enjoys this ride because it's powered by an Chalmers engine, which is different. It's not a electric powered amusement park ride. So you can hear that diesel engine running, powered off propane. And if you work it right, you get some pretty good height on these. If you like going upside down and want to ride on a piece of history, right next to the Flyer is the Looper. This is reportedly a one-of-a-kind ride, only one in existence. According to the sign, which says the Looper ride, believed to be the only one still operating in the United States, was restored by Knoebels staff with the assistance of Ed Janulians of the New Allen Herschel Company of North Tonawanda, New York, successor of the original manufacturer. This is a ride where 2 people sit facing each other and you get strapped in, and I believe there's a lever with your foot down there. So this goes around in a circle and you use your foot to start rocking it, and once you get enough momentum, this whole capsule will do a 360. You'll go completely upside down. If you do it right, you can actually balance it and hang upside down. So I don't like spinny rides. I don't like being upside down. That's why I won't ride this. But this is a unique, one-of-a-kind ride and possibly the only one in existence. So if you do ride this, you are riding on a piece of history, but it's not operating today, but it's right next to the Flyer and right next to Flying Turns. Directly ahead of us here is the Cosmotron. This is a ride I've been on a few times. It's basically like an indoor Himalaya ride, but it's got a nice light show and they play some loud music. And you can actually go in here as a spectator if you don't want to ride. If there is a spectator spot, we're going to go in here and I'll give you some footage of it. I'll have to overlay my own music because they do play popular music that is copywritten. So let's get inside hopefully and we'll show you what this ride is like and the incredible light show. This old timer's got a rifle. That can only mean one thing. It means we're at the shooting gallery. If you've never seen this, this is a really neat old-timing, old-themed shooting gallery where you shoot the laser rifles at the targets and they come to life. Everything from a guy in a bathtub, the old farmer with the rifle, an outhouse, old vehicle. So I'm gonna pick a spot here, leave you guys over here, and you'll be able to see what these things do when you shoot them. It's a lot of fun. All right, we've got $1.25. It gives you, I believe, 16 shots. Yes, okay. Start right here at the old timer. Oh, he's shooting at me now. Shoot his kneecap.
Missed the varmint that time, darn it.
Let's get the vulture up there. The old lady there at the frying pan.
I'm not still, boys.
Let's see if we get the guy in the bathtub. Pumping the well there, filling up the tub. Music box right by you guys. Squirrels. Let's get the horn on that car. Didn't do it. Let's try the hood. There we go. Okay. So headlights. He's drinking there. Trying to get the horn, but I'm not getting it. There's the hood. Moonshine tank there. Let's get the outhouse again. For some reason it's not hitting it. Let me try over here. There we go.
I sure wish woman's lip would make it here to this place.
You may not have known it, but you can actually visit the North Pole here at Knoebels. And that's nowhere word of lie. It is the actual North Pole. On top of that, it's actually frozen. It's ice. So you come here, feel the coldness like you're at the North Pole. It's a great photo opportunity as well. People always stand up there, grab onto it. And that means we're at the Christmas Cottage, the Christmas themed gift shop here at Knoebels. One of my favorite gift shops because you get a lot of great ideas for gifts and ornaments. There's actually a cat back there too. I just spotted. Let me see if I can zoom in on him for you. Every once in a while, you do see some cats around here. Great place for him to call home. But Santa sleighs here. We got the reindeer and the elves in the shop back there. Jolly old Saint Nick. Let's go inside and I'll show you some of the things you could possibly purchase. So in here you can find little tiny snow globes with your name on it. Plushies, all different sizes and types. Christmas trees, the Grinch, teddy bears, even some headwear. Get you in the Christmas mood here. I love my dogs, best friends, some names. A lot of ornaments, all different types. A lot of snow globes you'll find. There's some reindeer here. Gnomes, which are ever so popular. Jill loves gnomes. Even a blinking gnome ornaments right there. This is incense, I believe. Get red pickup truck lights. Some nice artwork here. Cosmo and Santa with the train. Got Cosmo and Dexter and an elf doing the lights outside the fudge shop, the cottage, Stony Gables. Here is a Haunted Mansion themed painting. We got Piper, Dexter, and Cosmo unboxing the oven monster from the famous Haunted Mansion. And there's St. Nick and Cosmo on the ski lift and going down a toboggan run. This way. It's also air conditioned in here and it smells like pine trees. It smells really good in here and it's always a nice place to cool off. But one of the unique things you can find in here, which you could come, I have purchased from before, is in the back here, is Lionel train items. They have an assortment of things for sale. This one here is the boxcar, Impulse boxcar. That one is a Lionel number 4 boxcar with the Phoenix on it. Knoebels tank car, Hollow Fun Nights box car right there. And then another box car as well. That's a Christmas mint car. I think that one actually may rotate around on the screen, like an animated one. Covered bridge. A Steam set, which I wish was still available. I believe that is no longer available. The little train station there, which I actually do own. It does light up. It's on my JPVille train layout. And some more ornaments too. But they do have a little brochure catalog showing you what's coming out or what's available. And also what used to be available as well, like up on top of here. Previous released, which are now retired. They have a nice assortment of different ones here. And I didn't find out about this until a lot of these were already retired, so I missed out on the opportunity of getting them. And over here, just more things, night lights, candle holders, some larger gnomes if you wish. It's like a nice little Christmas village in here, a nice little Christmas cottage. And look at these ornaments. Mozzarella cheese, cookies and cream, French fries, hot dog buns, and even some little furry critters here too. This is certainly one way to relax and enjoy. I got raspberry vanilla twist, and I'm sitting here along the creek and I got the carousel music in the background. I did want to mention something that I'm finding a little, I guess, fascinating. Today is a day I picked to come randomly based on my schedule, based on the weather. And although it's not super busy, today is probably the record for the amount of people that have actually recognized me here. There's probably been at least 15 people that have come up to me, whether they ask me like, hey, aren't you the guy that makes videos? Or are you JPVideos? Or are you JP? Or are you Jay? And it's a combination of customers like myself here enjoying the park, and a few employees too who recognize me either from being here so often or from my videos themselves. But I've had probably close to 15 people in total approach me and talk to me and say hello. And those of you that actually took the time to come up and say hello and to tell me that you enjoy my videos, I really appreciate that. It means a lot to hear that you guys enjoy what I do, and that's why I'm here today, because of all of you. And it's nice to meet some of you in person. A lot of times, I read comments, whether it's from someone I don't recognize or someone regular. Regardless of who's commenting, it's always nice to put a face with the person that does watch my videos. So to all of you who did meet me today or did say hello or at least said, hey, are you that guy? Yes, it is me. It's nice to meet you. Hope you enjoyed your day as well. But with that being said, I think we all picked the perfect day to come. Although it's on the humid side, I mean, I've had like a light sweat going on the whole day. It's comfortable. It's overcast. It hasn't rained. There's very little breeze. And most rides are walk-on. I mean, there's exceptions, but it's not a busy day here at the park for a Friday, and that's basically because school's back in session. I know tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday are going to be a different story, but I'm glad I came today. But I just wanted to share that with you. It's a little interesting and odd, but in a good way. I'm definitely not complaining. And if you guys ever do see me out in public, you're more than welcome to come up and say hello if you want a picture. The one family I even featured in the video, they're like, yeah, we'd love to be on video. We'd love to be in your video. I'd love to be on camera. So. But regardless, before my ice cream melts, I'm going to eat this, enjoy the view here, and get back to some more fun. This is one place where clowning around is definitely allowed. You know why? Because the clown himself actually said so. Knoebels Grand Carousel has some history to it. It was actually built in 1913. It was purchased in 1941, opened here in 1942. Features 63 horses, 3 chariots, and weighs 27 tons. It's also one of the few carousels still around that allows you the opportunity to catch a ring. If you catch a brass ring, you win a free ride. Believe it or not, the longest line I waited in today was not for a ride. It was actually for food. I got some potato cakes and strawberry cream logs. That stand probably had about a 25-minute wait. I've never seen the line so long there, but it's worth the wait. These are going home with me, so it's always my to-go treat. And off to our right here, basically on the same side as the scenic Skyway chairlift. Skies are getting dark. I think rain is on the way. And they were calling for a chance of a shower all day today, and we dodged a bullet. It didn't rain once. It's just been cloudy. I will say I think humidity lightened up a little bit. I'm not sweating at all right now, which is good. But that being said, today was the last full day of normal operation through the summer. They are obviously open through the weekend and Monday, Labor Day. After that, they're only open weekends in September, and then open weekends for Hollow Fun Nights. I do plan on coming back once in September on a weekend, and once on Hollow Fun Nights, at least once, if not more. And there may or may not be videos from those. But I definitely want to hear your feedback and your input based on this video, because this video, again, was catered to you guys, the viewers who gave all these great suggestions. I think I completed my whole list that you guys suggested for me, except for the twister, just because of my injury. I didn't want to beat myself up any more than I did. The Phoenix did enough for me, but I have no complaints. But I definitely wouldn't mind doing this again in the future. If I do announce I'm going to be going somewhere, whether it's here or a different park or a fair or a different attraction I've never done before or an event, I may put out another poll asking, would you guys like to see something specific if I do go here? And I could take your suggestions and make a more enjoyable and entertaining video for you to watch. Hope you did enjoy what I did show you today. I showed you everything I could, plus some. And I hear thunder. Oh no, that was the skloosh. The skloosh went down. It sounded like thunder from here. And had some pretty good food, like I always do. I wish I got those buffalo chicken fries, but the stand was closed. But the mashed potato bowl was just as good, just as enjoyable. Once again, it was great to meet everyone today that I met, and a big special shout out to the Knoebels staff and team. They're always friendly, polite, and just do an awesome job, whether they're behind a food stand or cleaning up or a ride operator. They are above and beyond other parks employees, so hats off to Knoebels team. And lastly, if you haven't seen my behind the scenes tours or opening weekend or any of my Knoebels videos, there will be a playlist down below. But this is smelling really good, and it's going to start raining soon, so I'm getting out of here. Thank you so very much for coming along, for hanging out with me and spending a full day here at America's largest free admission amusement park, Knoebels. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.